Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm John On. We're here with She Got Game. I'm sitting here with the lovely freshman Union Catholic superstar, Taylor Dior. How's everything going, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, man. Doing well. I'm glad you
That's
could make
good.
some time for us and stuff, so I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It's very happy to be here today. Thank you.
Of course. The team's happy. With that being said, we're gonna jump into a little bit of background before we dive into like your kind of track, how you got there, and for so let's jump into a little bit of background. Where were you born, and where did you end up growing up?
I was born and raised in New York City, not New York City, in New York, and I moved to New Jersey for like gymnastics.
Okay.
And that was I quit gymnastics a year and a half ago, maybe.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I did it for 12 years and stopped, and just thought I would be happier with track. So now I'm doing running track for Union Catholic in New Jersey.
I would say that worked out for you. I would say that decision
Yes,
worked
I'm
out.
very happy with where I am right now, and I'm happy I chose the path I did, and I couldn't ask for any more.
Of course, I love it. Many don't know before you even dive into the athlete. Many don't know, before you transition to an athlete, you were once, to begin a child actress, a very successful. You've proven to be reasonably successful. You performed in Guilty. I believe you performed on Broadway as well with the Tony Award winning play Fences.
It was off Broadway, but yes, I did play in Fences.
Yeah, no, and seemingly having a pretty successful career for a young star, right?
Yeah.
What inspired you to transition into becoming an athlete while having
As,
so much success early? You know?
yeah, as I progressed from being in like as I progressed towards like being a big time athlete and just getting a lot stronger and a lot bigger, and at the time gymnastics,
Mhm.
I knew it like required more hours and a lot more training, and I didn't have as much time to do acting along with gymnastics. So I just chose the gymnastics path because that's what I had more passion for. And also I just didn't love acting as much as I did gymnastics. So I just chose gymnastics over acting and focus and had that as my main focus because it went from me doing like 12 hours, 12, 15 hours to me doing 30 hours a week. So
Uh,
yeah, I didn't have enough time to keep going to New York, Manhattan, going to these auditions and then having to go back for callbacks and getting booked and having to go to different places to, you know, do the shows
oh,
like that. Yeah.
no, it makes sense, man. It makes sense.
Yeah.
A lot on anyone's plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you just said, the audition and callbacks, a lot of rigorous and
Yes.
a lot of tedious work. So that makes total sense. Down the line, would you ever consider possibly coming back into the entertainment field, or you kind of move past that in your life now?
If it's for something sports related, so I don't know if you've seen like I'll give an example. Livy Dunn, she has
Yep.
a commercial for like pants and like clothing, athletic clothing. If it was something like that, I would be more than welcome to, audition and stuff for that. I don't even think I might have to audition. They just,
Yeah,
you
probably
know.
get on
So I would be more than welcome to do that, but maybe for like normal auditions and stuff like that, I don't think I would choose that path again.
Got you. Shout out to Zoom talent. Shout out to Kimmy P.
Yes, thank you so much for that. You would not have gotten as far as I did in acting for her and everything like that. So thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I love you guys. We got ties with those guys. With that being said, at what age did you know? What age did you become a full time athlete? Like a full blown. Like I don't want to do. I just want to go to school and play sports. When did you become like a full time athlete?
Um, at around the age of 8 years old, and that's when I stopped my acting and everything like that, and just put all my focus into sports and gymnastics. As I said earlier, the acting took up too much time, So I just decided to just put that aside and focus on my gymnastics. And then also down the road, about 3 years when I turned 11, I moved to a different part of New Jersey, started homeschooling so I could just really put all my time into gymnastics, 30 hours a week, coming in, homeschooling at the gym, then coming back to practice for another 2 hours. I put all my time and dedication into gymnastics at the time.
That makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. If you don't mind going into, because people don't understand, obviously sports are super competitive no matter what sport you're playing, field you're in, but a lot of people don't understand how competitive and the tenacity and stuff you have to have and determination in the
Yes.
in the entertainment field. How was your experience between the entertainment industry compared to the sports industry?
That's a very good question. And I have gotten that a couple times. But I feel like the um acting and stuff like that is a lot different than, you know, track and gymnastics and the sports because like I feel like in sports you can just have your own path. Like you can have your own goals, everything like that. In acting, you kind of have to like come back for callbacks and like, you're kind of controlled in a way.
Mm,
So I feel like track, you have more control over yourself, or just in sports in general, you have more control over yourself. You're not like forced into doing anything. Not saying you're for I was forced at all into acting, but like,
of course.
like if I have a call back, I kind of have to come in and do the audition and everything like that. For track, I can have my own schedule if I'm really like that big.
Mm-hmm.
Like Cindy McLaughlin like has her own training schedule, probably has her own times to work out and
Yep.
take a rest if she needs to, have a mental break, anything like that. Um, yeah, like I don't know. I personally would choose sports over entertainment, but that might just be my opinion.
Oh, of course, of course. I'm asking you. I'm not asking the world. You know what I mean? I'm asking
Yeah.
Taylor Dior.
Uh-huh.
What would you say? What would you say? Because transitioning from entertainment to gymnastics, there's a little crossover there. But
Yeah.
you going from gymnastics to track and field,
Yeah.
what part of track and field came the most natural to you?
I would say my sprinting
Okay.
or my speed and hurdling. I When I came to UC, I didn't know me personally I would be a hurdler.
Okay.
It was something I thought about. It was never something I was like, oh, I want to be a hurdler. Especially like right when I go to track, I want to be a hurdler. Like it was never really like that. But then once I started hurdling, yeah, it was like a little rough. It wasn't the worst, but it was like a little rough. But I got the hang of it really quickly. Form started changing really quickly, and I still have a lot of improvement to go. And I think also from gymnastics, me being flexible and um, having a lot of control over my body also helped a lot with hurdling. And I also have a very good bounce, like meaning like jumping, very strong legs because I need to use a lot of that power in gymnastics and stuff like that.
Of course.
So I think I've applied that into my track and my running and sprinting and hurdling and everything like that. Also floor teams, it was like a minute and a half long. So I think that stamina that I had, I also applied it to my 200 running because it's very tiring. As
Yeah.
short as it is, it's very tiring. Only 25 seconds, but those 25 seconds, it's very tiring, especially at the end. So I think I have like a lot of endurance. I've gained a lot of endurance from floor teams.
Okay.
I have a lot of stamina and everything like that. So it's a lot easier.
That makes sense. A lot of people don't come in with that type of edge and that type of.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because I'm just imagining coming in and doing hurdles off rip. I could.
Yeah, and I'm also like told like I should do pole vault because a lot of gymnasts do.
Yeah.
They have good like tight cores and it's very not tight, strong cores.
Okay.
So it's easier and they're better at pole vault than other athletes that haven't done gymnastics. They ask me to do it a lot, but I'm not interested in it. Maybe I might be next year. You never know. I
Yeah.
might try it out. We'll see what happens though. But as of right now, I'm not interested in it. But it's okay.
Hey, look, happens. Do
Yeah,
what you're good at. You know, try something new. You might be good at that too.
yeah,
You never know. You never
yeah.
know.
Never know.
But just just to kind of take a walk down memory lane with me a little bit, right? So during your freshman year, of high school, not only do you break, not only do you break probably arguably the greatest athlete to come out of New Jersey's record, right? Let's just be honest. You also then win a national title, right?
Yeah,
As a freshman, which is kind of nuts. It's kind of
yeah.
nuts. But
Thank you.
with all that being said, and you're technically known as the fastest hurdler in Jersey throughout the state, not just for freshmen, right? It's kind of crazy. With that being said, how much does that mean to your legacy as a track star, or like, this is your first year really competing at this type of level. What does this mean to you?
Um, I think since I set the bar so high, it's harder for other athletes that are coming into the track industry, I guess you could say. I think it's harder for them to break my records or I don't know, like me where I am on like as high as I am on the bar. Because especially with freshmen, maybe like upperclassmen, I understand, but like freshmen, I feel like since I set the bar so high, it'll be easier. I mean, harder for other freshmen and maybe sophomores to break my records and just be at the high level as I am right now. And also, I have a lot of improvement to make since this is my first year. I started in October,
Yep.
only like
Yeah, a few months
like
ago.
a couple months.
Yeah,
So, well, a few months. So, I have a lot of improvement and I get better and better every day, the hard work. And there's no doubt in my mind that I won't be at least like by 12 low, maybe by junior year. That's my goal right now. I'm just trying to get 12 low by junior year, maybe 12 mid. But, whatever happens, happens. I'm proud of myself for where I am and where I end up. And I know I'm going to have a successful year as well as I did this year.
I'm
Set
very
more records. Yeah.
yeah. I love the confidence. I love everything about it. It's okay. You shouldn't be afraid. If you won't say it, I will. There's no freshman coming in that's about to beat that record. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's no freshman coming in that's gonna do that. So that's just the reality of it. So I'm again super happy in your confidence. I love it. And as you stated, it's only one level up. You know what I mean? Like you set the bar high here, but you're not done. You're nowhere near content. You're nowhere near ready. It's just you're trying to improve year by year. It sounds like.
Yeah, I was like, you say like you like my confidence. It always got to be, positive. I can't think like maybe I'm gonna have this person as my competition now. I got to be scared or anything like that. I just got to have a good mindset. Just go into every comp and just know that I'm very good, I'm very talented, along with all the other athletes that I'm running with. Very talented. I got it. It's good, like no worries or anything like that. Because the more you worry, the more tense you get and the worse you run. So I just gotta be positive with myself, you know, be confident as you said, and I can't think negative, you know what I'm saying?
Of course. No, I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. You gotta have a right mindset to do
Yes.
positive and great things, right?
The way you think, it just affects your running. So, if you think you're gonna run slow, you're gonna run slow that race. If you think I'm the best on this track, if you think I'm super fast, then you're gonna have a good race. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for anybody.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so you've mentioned running styles and different little bit techniques on breathing, certain
Yeah.
races and stuff. Do you have anyone that you personally look up to kind of shape your running style, or is there anyone in particular you were like, I want to run like her or run like him? You know what I mean? Is there anyone
Yeah.
that ever stood out?
I think my person that I want to like run like is a thing Mo, and it's not her running style is in a sense is how effortless she runs. Like she runs with this relaxed arms and just everything relaxed, and she just as fast as she is, she just looks like she does it so effortlessly, and it comes easy to her. Especially same with Sam McLaughlin. She just everyone like is like running hard and trying to get through that line, and she's just striding through it and just effortlessly over the hurdles, 400 hurdles, everything like that. It looks like it comes to her easy. That's what I'm trying to get to. Like that's where I'm trying to have my running style get to.
Mhm.
Because right now, when I get tired, I just like put my chin up and I like lose form. So I'm trying to like have it look effortless and just stay calm throughout my race and focus on my breathing and everything like that.
100%. 100%. If you don't mind me asking, you just mentioned Sydney McLaughlin a bit. How
Yeah.
much did Sydney McLaughlin play into like you choosing to attend Union Catholic High School?
Actually, a coworker told my mom about UC,
Okay.
and when we met Coach McCabe, which is my coach, the track coach at Union Catholic, over the summer, it was great, and I knew this is a school I wanted to go to. And once I started hearing how good, like I heard how good the track team was, I was like, I want to go here. Like I heard how good they were, and then I started to hear about Sydney McLaughlin. I heard about her on TV beforehand, but I didn't really know that she went to the school. So once I heard about the school she went to, I was like, yeah, this school is really good, and it's gonna be a great year running track with them and everything like that. So I'm very happy that I chose here because you know
Yeah.
I I don't know where I would be right now if I didn't choose this school.
100%, man. 100%. Again, not to keep throwing McLaughlin name down, keep throwing
Yeah,
her name in there, but
yeah, it's okay.
do you naturally ever like feel pressure understanding that, you guys will constantly get compared? Because obviously, again,
Hmm.
at the trajectory you just kind of set alongside with the bar Sydney McLaughlin left. And in your freshman year, you just beat her record. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
like, do you ever feel any type of pressure understanding that you guys too will be forever linked?
Me personally, I don't feel any pressure.
Okay.
It's not something I think about often because when you're really like in the person's shoes, I don't like go around thinking like, oh, I beat Sydney McLaughlin's record or anything like that. I just go out being Taylor Dior, running a track race, or I'm just Taylor Dior. Like I don't really have that mindset as much of like people are gonna compare me to her. I always have to be better than her. Or I have to be as good as her because that's what people expect from me. It's never really like that. I just, I'm my own person. I'm doing me. I'm not trying to be like her. I look up to her, everything like that, but I'm not trying to be exactly like her, everything that she does. I'm just trying to be myself in my sport because,
Yeah,
I love the sport for me, and I'm not trying to like live up to anyone else's expectations. I'm just trying to do me and make myself proud in my own work and my own talent that I have. I'm just trying to use all the hard work I have, my strength, everything that I learned throughout the season and everything like that, apply it to my races, everything like that. And as long as I work hard, train hard, and then it'll get me where I want to go in the future. So I'm happy with that, and I don't feel any pressure really going around thinking anything like that. You know.
gotcha. You want to create your own legacy. I mean, Sydney
Yes.
McLaughlin's great, but you want to be Taylor Dior. You want to do.
Yes.
That makes sense. It makes sense, and I guess that is a refreshing way to think about it. So you're not always kind of in someone's shadow or
Yeah.
da da da. So that's
Yeah.
actually pretty cool. That's actually
Hmm.
really cool to hear. From your memory, I mean, because like you've only been doing this for a few months, right? You
Yeah.
started in October. You broke these records, I think, early March. You know what I mean? Like kind of crazy. With that being said, from your memory, what do you personally recall as your she got game moment throughout your throughout your track career?
Um, my she got game moment. That's when I started seeing changes. Right. That's my she got game moment. That's what you
It,
mean.
So I'm sorry, I forgot to clarify. My apologies. When we refer to our She Got Game moment, it kind of means where like this is my moment. Like I've arrived. You know what I mean? A lot of people kind of just do things, but then in every good story, there's a switch. There's a switch, and you realize, yo, I'm not like everyone else doing this. Like
Yeah.
I'm elite, and I'm really good at what I do. When was
Yeah.
that moment? We call it the She Got Game moment. When was that moment for you?
My She Got Game moment is when I started seeing articles written about me and the things they were saying about me, and I was like, really, like, I don't even think of it like I don't really think of it like that until I like really see it. Like I'm actually that good. Like, you know,
Hmm. Hmm.
when I'm on the track, I don't think like that. But when I see it and I'm seeing from other people's point of view, I'm like, that's crazy. Like I really inspire other people and other younger athletes to either join sports or stay in sports. Cause sometimes I have friends that want to quit. I've had friends that want to quit track, and I just like, having them see me, it's like, oh, maybe I want to keep pushing. Maybe I want to be like Taylor. I want to do this. I want to do that. So my She Got Game moment is just seeing how, all the articles and everything, and me breaking records back to back, all in one season, like within months, and dropping from in, indoor season 9 seconds to 8.6 and everything like that. So that's what I think my She Got Game moment is. Yeah.
Got you. I got it. Makes sense seeing your impact and seeing how your I guess productivity affects other people around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes sense, man. Makes sense. If you don't mind me, again, you've only been doing it a few months, but I think it's safe to say track and field's kind of altered your life slightly bit, right?
Yeah. It's
How,
majority.
I was about to say, yeah. How would you say track and field has helped change your life?
Um, it helps me stay in shape, which is a plus because it's always good to have a nice toned body and not to keep gaining because I'm just not focusing on working out or anything like that. It helps me stay in shape, you know,
Hmm.
stay fit. Um, I also can get scholarships a lot easier than regular students, full scholarships, everything like that. And then traveling is a big plus. Like I get like free vacations, kind of, being able to go to Oregon. I've never gone before,
Yep.
and it was like crazy. Like I can't even explain like how going there and just seeing all the like big athletes there and getting to know a couple big athletes and everything like that, and seeing them just like up close in person running their own race and everything like that is amazing. Like I couldn't ask for more going to Oregon, and just going any out of state meet is just that, like track gave me that. It gave me the opportunity. If I didn't run track, I wouldn't have been able to go to Oregon or any other states that I've never been to before. So I thank track for that. So yeah.
Of course. I mean, you can't be mad at free vacation, right?
Yeah.
Uh, can't be mad at that. But look, so I want to tap into a little bit of real life here, right? So like even at a young age, I'm assuming you've had to face adversity or you had to face persevering times already in your in your short time on this earth. With that being said, life is all it's ups and downs. Like sometimes we're happy, sometimes we're super sad, right? It's just how it
Yeah.
is. There any motto or saying you like to go by, you like to kind of whisper to yourself to help you keep going through these tough times?
Um, my motto is YOLO. Just go for it. Just keep pushing and just do it, because you only live once. Like if you don't take chances now, you'll never be able to take them again. You only live once. This is one and done. So
Hmm.
just live it up. Do what you can now. All, and I don't mean like in a you know immature way. Like maturely, just YOLO and do what you want. Have fun with whatever you're doing, sports wise. If you're scared to do something, YOLO. What's the worst that can happen? You know what I'm saying? Just live it up. Just go for it. Give it your all, because if you don't do it now, you'll probably never get a chance to.
It's fair. I like that. I like that a lot. And like you said,
Thank
you
you.
only live once. You're right. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Not wrong. I like it. I like it a lot. Um, if if you could have it your way, right? Just another dive into more life, more like big scale kind of deal. If you
Yeah.
could have it your way, what would God forbid your track career ends tomorrow, whatever. What do you want people to know about Taylor Dior? What do you want your legacy to be left here to me?
I want people to know how hard I trained to get where I was. And I also want them to know, even if my career wasn't ending today, maybe like down the line, I want people to know like, Taylor ran at these world championships, or Taylor was this big, and she was the face of this magazine, and Taylor was on this commercial and everything like that. I always want to, end on a good note. I don't want anyone to like look at me in a negative way or anything like that. I want them to be like, Taylor was the person I looked up to, and Taylor was the fastest freshman in New Jersey. Everything like that. I want to like end on a good note, a positive note, and a strong note too as well. When I eventually my career ends, I want to end on a great race. Want to end strong, everything like that, and be proud of all the hard work I put into the sport. And I want to know personally that it paid off and everything like that. So I just want people to know, like, or have like the thought of like, Taylor was this big at 15 years old, and now she's running this time. That's crazy. Like, stuff like that.
No, it makes sense, man. It makes sense. Speaking of that, so you just mentioned running, and you kind of mentioned your team and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And your legacy kind of being left, for UC and everything like that.
Yeah.
What was one of your favorite moments, right? Being on the SLAT team, right? And with that being said, what does SLAT mean exactly?
Okay. So SLAT means Sydney, Leah, Ajane, Taylor. That was our relay.
Okay.
Um, that's not the order of our relay, but that's all the people on our relay, and we put that name together, and it just stuck. It was like one practice. We were doing our baton passes for, I think it was probably some meet,
Hmm.
not some big meet or anything like that, just some meet, and I was like, we should have a um a relay name. And originally I think I said Salt, because they were like, no, let's make it Slat. And I was like, I like that. Like that, like we were all like, we all love that name. It goes great. We're gonna be Slat forever, everything like that. And I don't think that any team at Union Catholic will have the bond that we had. There's no doubt in my mind that we have the best bond. All four of us, it's like we all go together like peanut butter and jelly. Like we all stick together. We're all laughing together when everyone's together. We're all laughing, everything like that. When Sydney's gone, we're all like, where's Sydney? We need Sydney. We need the SLAT relay. When somebody else is gone, we need this person. We need this person. Like we all,
Bonded
the
together.
love for all of those girls. I love them with all my whole heart, and I wouldn't trade anything for that relay. And um, my favorite moments from being with them is like, I don't even know. Like there were just too many, but I think it's when we had practices like more so alone, when like not a lot of people came to practice and it was just us four,
Okay.
or just us like talking together, and we're just laughing the whole time. Maybe like while warming up, we're just laughing, cracking jokes the whole time,
Okay.
anything like that.
It sounds like you guys were big clowns.
Yes, when we're together,
It's a good time.
it's a very good time. I love those girls with everything in me. And sad to see Sydney go to college, so we don't have the SLAT relay anymore. But it's still slot in our hearts, and we still have our slot relay group chat, still talking it all the time while she's out in college, sending us videos and everything like that. So we still keep in touch. But our next relay is not gonna have a name. We're
It
not
can't,
gonna give that next relay a name.
yeah, you can't try to replace that.
Like, we can't replace it. It's just no relay like us.
Nah, I rock with it. I rock with it. Speaking of Sydney, Sydney is she just graduated. She's on her way to Holy Cross. She's actually, as far as I know, I think she is running. She's running for Holy Cross and stuff like that. But with that being said, she's in a different path now where she's also trying to build her future and stuff like that. While you're still young, right? How important is it to you to start now to try and create a life for yourself outside of sports?
Um, I think it's better for me to be mature about or around the topics of college and jobs and working and everything like that, and just success
Okay.
itself
Okay.
now, so I can have a good mindset and know what I'm doing in the future. Because a lot of younger kids, they have to like start fresh, I guess you could say,
Okay.
once they turn 18, or once they live on their own and everything, and they might not know what to do. But good thing I have my mom, I have my dad, I have everything that I need right now. I have a
Hmm.
good base plate, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
fresh base plate for my future. And like, I just can focus on everything day by day, take it step by step, so I can get closer and closer to being ready to go on my own, be successful, everything like that. Because it's as easy as people make it seem. As I know it's not as easy as it is, and I know it will be hard in the future. So good thing I have my mom who live with me, helping me, teaching me and training me now,
Yep.
so I don't have to, learn all the things I need to when I'm 18. Right on the spot, I have training, 5 years of training, 10 years of training already now.
Hmm.
But once I'm free, and I have no worries or anything in my life, nothing like that. I
Yep.
can just do me and live worry free, and just focus on everything I gotta do, track wise, school wise, everything like that.
Makes sense. Makes sense. You got a good backing. Your mother's gonna look out for you. You got people, making sure you follow the right path. All the right things, man. All the right things to get a head start, like you said.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Just for people at home and stuff. What does what does Taylor Dior like to do outside of track that your average Joe may not know that she likes? Like, what are some of your hobbies or interests that you like that a lot of people may not peg Taylor Dior for?
Um, I love cooking and love baking. Like, I just made an apple pie last night. Like, it's so good, by the way. But I love cooking. I love baking. I love making new foods. I love trying new things. Like, every time I like try something new, I just put all the seasonings I think they'll taste good, and it always comes out tasting good. I don't know how. Don't follow any recipe. It just tastes
Just
good.
freestyle.
It just freestyle it. Just throw it in. Add some paprika. Add some adobo. Just mix it all together and try it out. Because it's always good to try new things. Also, I have my grandma. She is very good at cooking, so she teaches me new things all the time. And I love watching her cook. Always love watching her cook. That's how I know how to make my apple pie.
Yeah.
Everything like that. Like, I learned everything from her as well.
Mhm.
I also like to draw. I'm not good at it. I'm not the best at drawing, but it's fun. I don't know. I like to draw. It's relaxing. I don't know. It's fun.
Great.
I love organizing. Like, I love having my room clean.
Okay.
When something's like out of place, like it has to be put back into place. I just love organizing stuff,
No doubt.
moving things around, having a new setup and stuff. I
Mhm.
don't know. That's just me personally. I know some people don't like organizing, cleaning up, but I love cleaning up. I don't know why. And I love doing hair. Like, I want to not necessarily start a business for like hair braiding and stuff, but like, I want to have my friends like come to me and be like, "Oh, Taylor, can you braid my hair?" I'll braid their hair, do whatever I want to practice, start doing like knotless braids and box braids and cornrows and stitch braids and everything like that. I want to start trying to do it so I can get better and better because, I want to have new hairstyles for track too. Like I right now, one of my signature hairstyles, you could say, is the two braids in the front with slanted part,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
braids back. That's my hairstyle right now, but I want to like learn how to do more braids, braiding styles on my hair, and just braids on my hair in general because it's a protective hairstyle for my curly hair, and I just want to get better at it so I can have people come to me and braid, so I can braid their hair. I have a couple of friends come to me and be like, Taylor, can you do some French braids? Can you do some Dutch braids? Can you do this hair? Da, da, da. So yeah, I love hair braiding and doing hair in general, trying out new hairstyles, you know, having like um, trying new hair like hair routines,
Okay.
everything like that, like changing it up sometimes, see what works best on my hair and what I like to do best. So yeah, those are like my 5 things, 4 or 5 things I like to do.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm pretty sure a lot of people had no clue. You like the
Yeah,
like the braid, stuff like that. It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. Always do things that bring you peace. I think
yeah.
always do things that bring you peace, and just to because this is a wonderful time. This has been amazing. But just to conclude the interview, is there any advice by chance you would like to leave any younger boys or girls? I know you're young still. You may not realize it, or you are beginning to realize that a lot of people look up to you. You're starting to get out there and touch a lot of people, different lives. For any person out there that may resonate with your story at all, is there any advice and stuff you would like to give them?
Um, I just say do you, meaning whatever anyone says to you. If anyone says you can't do this, you can't do that, push it away and just do you, because you know what you're capable of. You know what you can do. You know your talent. You know everything like that. Possibilities are endless. So just do you. Focus on yourself. Don't let anyone get in your way or tell you what you can and can't do. Because as long as you put your mind to it, as long as you have the good mindset, you got it in the bag, and you can be successful in whatever you want to do. As long as you got a good mindset, you can do whatever you put your mind to. So don't let anyone um tell you you can't do this or you're doing this wrong or you can't do this way. You got to do it my way. Do it how you want to do it, and focus on you. Do it for you. This is your life. Live it up. As I said, YOLO. Do what's best for you. What works for you, and you'll see results. I promise you. I promise you. As much as you think, I might not be good at this. I might not be good at this. Get better day by day. So don't beat yourself up for anything. Don't beat yourself up because you're not progressing as quickly as, other people might be. You'll get there.
Yeah,
It takes time. Everyone um gets there somehow. So, you know, it might take you a year, it might take you 2 years, it might take you 2 days, but you'll get there and you just gotta be patient with it. I'm saying don't rush it. You're all good, and just have a good mindset and you'll be good, I promise.
that's wonderful advice, especially from a young soul like yourself.
Yes.
I hope people at home take this, run with it, and hopefully apply it to their daily lives. That's amazing advice. Thank you again so much for your time. I understand you're
Thank you.
super busy, and here at She Got Game, we appreciate you and we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. I so happy to be here and thank you so much for having me here.